Stephen A. Smith just came out and released a video. It was about 12 minutes explaining what's his thoughts about Skip Bayless leaving FS1. I'm going to cut it up and play about 3 minutes of it, and I'm editing it so you can watch the full thing on your own, but I just highlighted the main points he talked about. And there's a few things. First thing is, you don't, as Stephen A. Smith, you don't have to comment on everything. Since he's a YouTuber now, you want to do things, you want to get views, you want to get clicks. But in this case, when it's your friend, just sit it out and just say absolutely nothing and just wait a little bit. So the internet, everybody's responding to it. It's like claiming he got fired. You know, I've originally said, hey, he said, he's leaving. But Stephen A. Smith basically says he knows Skip and he knows Skip ain't leaving no job. I'm about to play this clip and we're going to do reaction. Let me see what's y'all thoughts to this.
It was reported yesterday by the New York Post that my former ESPN colleague, my friend Skip Bayless, will be leaving FS1's Undisputed at the end of the summer. But as the reports have said, they've had some rating struggles. I'm not about to get into that. Skip Bayless and I have not spoken in a long time. He's on that side of the fence. I'm on this side of the fence. Being on First Take and wanting to be number one doesn't mean I wanted Skip Bayless to fail. With the news coming down that he's departing from FS1, I have not called him. I'm not going to, because I know what this moment must be like for him. They can put out all the stories that they want to. Skip Bayless has a boatload of energy, and Skip Bayless doesn't want to walk away from anything. He lives, eats, and breathes sports. I don't know anything. I haven't called and asked anybody anything. What I know is that there is no way on earth that I can imagine him walking away. There's a lot of positive things going on in my career. Skip Bayless has a lot to do with that. Who knows where I'd be had he not put me on First Take. I'm not going to speak for Shannon Sharpe. He can do that on his own. But I will quote him and what he has said to me on numerous occasions. No matter what happened with him and Skip Bayless, he's not going to let 6 years be ruined by 6 months. And a lot of times what I think people miss when they're talking about this industry, they're talking about a Skip Bayless or me or somebody else and trolling and using words like that. Well, number one, you're forgetting history. You're forgetting that Skip Bayless was a columnist in LA and Dallas and Chicago and various other places, that he had a journalism career spanning decades. You're forgetting that although he would take the positions that he take, and yes, he was a bit excessive with Tim Tebow, and clearly excessive with LeBron James, and clearly excessive with various other things. You're forgetting what that bred. You're forgetting the fact that it opened the floodgates for others to debate him, for others to get their equal opportunity to provide their perspectives on certain matters so they could speak their piece and ultimately elevate their profile. You're forgetting the fact that ultimately it was able to breed a new line of work in business, creating business opportunities for all of us. I'm listening to people talk and it's like, oh my God, he's fallen on his face. He's this, he's that because of ratings or whatever. And I'm like, I think he's 73. He ain't some 30-year-old that flopped after 1 year. He's been doing it for over 40, and he's transitioned and transcended throughout the years. But what I'm not going to do is talk about him like he's failed. I hope that this is what he wants. I hope that he's got additional plans, and when it's time for us to talk, he'll call and let me know. He's a different cat. You don't bother him. You let him reach out to you when he feels good and ready is. I know him.
Okay, so there's a few things we need to talk about. First, he talked about how he haven't called him. Now, you know your friends. So like he said at the end, Skip is a person, you don't reach out to him. You wait till he reach out to you. But I don't think Skip will appreciate you doing a video responding about everything what's going on and you ain't reached out to him. I don't know. That just feel weird to me. Let me know if that's kind of weird to you, but I guess he know him better than we do. Next, he said he knows there's no way on earth that Skip is leaving. So that leaving on his own. So that means he got fired. So it ain't clickbait. That's just mean he got fired. Stephen A. been in the game long enough. He knows he got fired. And it's because of ratings. The ratings ain't been good. And he paid homage, basically saying, look, I wouldn't be here. Lord knows where I would be at if it wasn't because of Skip Bayless bringing him on. Skip Bayless put a lot of people on. He put a lot of people on, gave them opportunities, and you see the two that completely catapult and just took all the way off. It's crazy. Like, he always got to bring up Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp didn't say, yeah, I ain't Shannon Sharp can speak for himself. But this was Shannon Sharp quoted. Like, let him say what he wants. Like, right now you see Shannon Sharp didn't do a reaction video, ain't saying nothing. And he's probably not until it's time, because he's going to respect his deal. That's just, I don't know. Just people got different integrity, and people going to roll how he roll. And one interesting thing, people don't realize, especially the younger viewers, how Skip started cold pizza that went all the way to First Take. So, I remember I was with my dad when he was living, and we was watching First Take every day, and we would watch it, and we would debate all the topics, and me and him would do our own thing. And when it come down to certain debates, I would want to go on Facebook at the time and debate with other people, but Facebook wasn't a good debating platform to talk sports, because if you have 100 friends and 20 of them like sports, 80 of them is like they're out to conversation. So I was like, man, I need to start a Facebook sports debate group where we talking about debates like Skip and Stephen A. So I started a group called Facebook Sports Debate. That group completely took off because there was so many people that was thinking the exact same thing that wanted to debate exact same. So I wouldn't have started that. I probably wouldn't have my sports channel. I probably wouldn't be doing this type of video style if Skip didn't do what he did. So people have probably made billions off of him starting that. So you got to pay homage. So yeah, you can disagree with a lot of it, but it didn't exist. And he took it to the next level. So you got to give him that. And then he's like, look, Skip won. He's 73. And there's two parts of that, in my opinion. The first part is, yes, he did win because he's 73 and he did it 40 years. You got to go out sometime. The other side of it is how he went out. The reason Skip didn't lose, Skip didn't fail because of old age. He didn't fail because he can't do it no more. He failed because he fired the wrong person. You had Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp wasn't going nowhere. His loyalty, you disrespected the wrong person multiple times because you was feeling yourself. Skip, you was wrong. And after you disrespect somebody, you made sure he got fired. And it circled back around. They're about to fire you for you firing. So that's why people are like kind of laughing a little bit and kind of chirping and smiling, because it's like, we're not hating. We're not downplaying Skip accomplishments. We're not downplaying his role into it. We are enhancing Shannon Sharp next level success without him. That's what it is, because people love the person that, they got dumped. They got dumped. So it was mainly a video of him defending him. He like, look, I ain't going to say nothing bad about him. What's your overall thoughts about the video? Do you believe he got fired or not? Let me know.